Yesterday you were saying that Liz Truss was toast, and then all this happened. Is she still toast?
Oh, undoubtedly. As the good book says, she's trying to prove there's life after death, and there isn't. She has no chance whatsoever of succeeding in rescuing her premiership. I think it was Quarteg that I particularly said was toast, where he lasted 5 hours after saying that. So I just want to say to you, if the Conservative Party has any capability to save itself, they will have to form up to her and tell her to go. And the other thing is, it's quite interesting that the Conservative Party was not able to organise the last leadership election. It spent weeks whittling down the number of candidates, and then it went to the membership, the Conservative Party membership, a small rump of generally elderly people out in the sticks. There's nothing wrong with being an elderly person out in the sticks. I'm an elderly person out in the sticks. I'm down in Dorset. But one thing I do know, the only people who can judge on whether somebody can be an effective prime minister are those who see him or her day in, day out. Got to remember that when Truss, they were the first vote of Conservative members, of Conservative members of Parliament, Truss got only 50 votes. They know her. They know she isn't up to it. And manifestly, she isn't up to it. That's the truth.
So if she was to go, if they were to get her out, how do they then get a new leader? And we're looking at sort of Michael Howard's situation.
Yes. Yes, I mean, exactly right. In 2003, when Michael Howard was effectively drafted in because everybody stood aside. Look, the Conservative Party, I first joined the Conservative Party 55 years ago, right? The Conservative Party is supposed to know how to run the country. What is quite clear is the Conservative Party doesn't even know how to run itself at the moment. How can they? How can they have any doubt, first of all, that Truss has got to go, and secondly, that they cannot have a shambles like this ridiculously prolonged leadership election? They've got to do something very quickly. And if they can't organise themselves, then they've got real problems. You know, all the old jokes come back into fashion. I remember one where an opinion pollster goes to a chap and says, "Are you a member of an organised political party?" And the fellow says, no, I'm a Conservative. I mean, this is becoming ludicrous. And if they don't get a grip, they will be swept from power. And if they so fail to get a grip that there has to be an election sooner than 2 years' time, they will not only lose, they will lose catastrophically. Again, you know, I draw on history here. In 1997, although John Major was a perfectly capable prime minister, but he came unstuck with the ERM. And even though Kenneth Clarke, for the years in the run-up to the 1997 election, was a very good chancellor, what happened was the public had delivered their verdict, and the Tories lost more than half their seats in 1997. I know because I was one of those who lost my seat, and I just think, you know, history repeats itself. Forget it was who said it, you'll probably know. History repeats itself, first as a tragedy, second as a farce. This is a farce. Ring down the curtain. We've had enough of this farce.